Hello, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
It is Friday, December 8th. You know it's Passion and Purpose Friday.
God, you scared me.
I am live, and I am here with our founder of Elizabeth and co-host for Fridays, Queen Aduni.
Good old Friday. Good old Friday. Kick off the weekend.
Yep. I am convinced that if I was on one of those shows, I would probably fall down the stairs before I made it to my little booth.
Don't
tuck and roll. I'll be all right.
Okay, you know how to do it. Wait, and end up post and stuff. I felt I was in a pageant, and my life is the pageant role, being in pageants and stuff, and fashion shows and stuff. So that's why I get such a kick out of your life, and what you're doing, and Danielle's life. I get to live it through yours. And I feel I'm walking, I got too close to the side, and then the next step, one leg was off stage.
Oh no.
But did I fall cute?
Yeah.
I felt real cute, got back up and kept on walking. Yeah. Those are some interesting times.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. All right. So today, I'm sure we have quite a bit to share. So Grand Rising, everyone, and I hope that your day is off to a wonderful start. And if it's not, let's restart right now. Okay, awesome. So I wanted to share a few things as I am coming into how I envision things to look and how I want to, make sure that the impact of our Fridays is amazing. I've been just thinking of some ideas. So first, before I even read anything, I just want to let you know what I'm drinking because I like to make tea in the morning. I stole my sister's mug. It gets when it's hot, it's in color, and when it's cold, it's black and white. Just letting you know. But I am currently drinking my homemade apple. I guess you could call it like a spicy apple cider, a spice apple cider.
Oh, okay.
The other week I made apple pie. And what I did was I took the skins from the apples because they still have a little bit of the juices and fibers and everything. And I boiled the skins of the apples and a couple extra apples that I had. And I boiled those down. I added my cinnamon. I actually also added ginger to it just because I love to add a little ginger. A little ginger is good for your body. And I added some love into it, boiled that down, and created like a tea, like a cider. I also added some cinnamon, and I added a little bit of organic cane sugar, just because you can sweeten it up a little bit. It's nothing wrong with a little bit of sweetness. And so that's what I'm drinking. It is delicious. Okay, I didn't have to pay those apples. By the way, Randazzles. I got those apples for $1 because it was the mixed bunch of different type of apples they needed to get rid of. I was able to make a pie and this tea drink. And listen, $1.
$1.
$1. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you can make it, you can make some things when you're creative. So that's what I'm drinking. Is anyone else drinking anything? Any coffee, any tea?
Yeah, I'm drinking my usual. Okay, so I'm drinking apple cider with a cinnamon stick in it, but I'm gonna go upstairs and put me some ginger in it. And I'm like, okay, there you go. But I'm drinking apple cider with cinnamon stick, boiled.
Yeah, this is my usual lemon and ginger concoction that I boil up. Is it Ceylon tea? I mean Ceylon cinnamon? Not Lolly.
I don't know. I have to read the package. I bought a package of cinnamon sticks. So
okay. Because I learned that, the organic Ceylon cinnamon is the best.
Okay.
Okay. I heard that. you
Good to
know,
know.
and I like Frontier because this is a non-GMO, you know, non-irrigated, fair trade certified. It's a nice
Jesus.
company.
Yes, that's why it's so expensive. And they put it in glass jars, not plastic.
Yes, yes. You know what? I got on this tangent where I go down there to this to was it Germac, the nut company, and then they have the spices. Well, they put them in little bags now because what happened with COVID, so it wasn't. I just decided, I'm gonna get my spices from them because you get enough to fill the bottle a couple of times, and you paying the same amount you pay if you just bought it in the store, you know, within the bottle. So I've got bottles. I don't need any more bottles. So just what I need. I go down there and get it and fill up my jars. And I got enough bay leaves to last me for the next year. Well,
Mm-hmm.
just a big old bag of bay leaves. So I was like, yes, this is the way to go. I'm gonna do this. Yeah.
Yes. I love some bay leaves in my beans.
Oh
Or
yeah.
in a soup or something. Bay leaf or in a wallet. Either, whatever whatever floats your boat. Okay. So thanks for sharing your drinks today. And so we are going to move forward. Something I heard. I love saying something I heard because in Buddhism they always talk about like this is what I heard, and then Reverend Amani be saying, what did you hear? And I think hearing is so not I think I know hearing is very powerful, and really taking in whatever messages are being sent to you, whatever downloads you have. So hearing is huge. But I wanted to read a little passage from my Living Buddhism book to start off because it has to do with something that was mentioned yesterday and just throughout. And we were talking about, what are our small wins, our small victories. And there's a passage that says, great achievements are the extensions of smaller ones.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And so it's only there's only a small part of this that I wanted to share, but it says great achievements are the extensions of smaller ones. Must remember that a succession of small achievements leads to great success. Victory is won only by building patiently, step by step, in the present. Plain, honest work, day by day, unknown to anyone. That is important. Time alone will reveal to the world whether my actions have been worthwhile. Um, it was a brilliant lecture filled with compassion and wisdom. Behind it was Mr. Toda's wish to help each person gain the deep conviction to overcome all hardships, develop an expansive state of life, and open the way for a tremendous future. So, really thinking about those small victories that we have. Those small victories lead up to some bigger things, which makes me want to talk a little bit about marketing. What does that have to do with marketing? How did we get here? Well, I'm going to explain, y'all, because this is going to be something that we can use in a lot of different ways. Again, like when I always talk about this marketing stuff, this is something we can use for our own businesses or our own for for the Elizabeths, for anything that we're a part of, or just even a thought process. It's good to have these thought processes. And so you know how I like to do this. You know how I like to do this. Um, I am going to let's see. I don't know if I have the power. I might need the power. I might need the power. Oh
Need
yeah, I might need the power, Queen Aduni.
the power. Oh, the power. Oh, wait. I'm about to share. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah. So what we're gonna talk about, while I'm gaining the power, we're talking about our business portfolios, and how that has to do with building little by little. I'm learning as you're learning. And so I wanted to share with you because I think it's important. Basically, we're talking about strategic planning, which is the process of developing or maintaining a strategic fit between our organization's goals and ability and capabilities, and then and changing marketing opportunities with that. Okay, so that comes with knowing your brand, knowing your business. Before we talked a lot about what your product are, what is your service, what is your audience, and that's really really important. And then it's also important to know, like when you're talking about your products and services, how do you want to leverage those projects and services? How can you take the small wins and turn them into something bigger over time? How can you maintain those wins? So that's where we're at with it. Do I have, oh, I got the power.
Got the power.
All right. All right. So we're going to keep this. Let me share now. Okay. Boom. All right. So we're here. So the business portfolio is going to be, we're talking about strategies. The business portfolio is your collection of businesses and products that make up the company. So what do we have to offer? If we're talking about the Elizabeths, for example, we have something daily. We have our daily calls. We have our yearly event. Um, what's the word? That the event was not, it is an event, but it was specifically a word I was going to use. Conference. Yes. So you have daily calls, you have a yearly conference, and let's just say we have pop-up shops throughout the year. I made that up, but that might be a good idea. All right. So that will be the business portfolio for Elizabeth's. Okay. It's your collection of businesses or products that make up the company. Now, I wouldn't quite say that every single day is its own business. I would more so say that collectively is something we provide, a daily conversation based off of whatever topics we decide. So that's our business portfolio. Maybe for let's see, for me, for example, I'll speak on myself. My business portfolio looks something like, okay, I have a cannabis education over here. I can provide that service. I have modeling is a service. I have singing, performing as a service. I have maybe songwriting and vocal coaching is a service. I have products might be my upcoming tote bags or my shirts that I have that I need to order more of, or things like that. Those were me, or my tea bags, or my smoke blends, whatever. Those are all products and services that I can provide, and they all have their own separate niche. They all have their own target audience, right? So these are several, technically, if I want to mention it as that, it's technically little businesses, several little businesses, all under umbrella of my full business, of course. So for Mama Evelyn, you might have your I have earrings and jewelry ready for sale. I might also have teach art classes that I teach. I might also have I don't know. I don't know, Mama Evelyn. What else you got? You got something else? Oh wait, you're muted.
No, I am, yeah. Spirit told me yesterday, I need to sit down and do like Queen Aduni. Because I was thinking, workshops. Okay, so we already got the doll making workshop. That's in progress. I want to do a portable shrine workshop because my making, I brought these out because I have to take pictures and send it to Mama Razia. Let me get one that's open here. And I thought I was gonna start. I thought I was gonna do a workshop, and I was gonna use a masonite board, but that's a little heavy, even though it's more cost effective.
Mm-hmm.
But the book board is lighter weight because this is something you're going to take with you. You're going to have a little bag, and you're going to have, I got to redo this on the inside, but you're going to put pictures of your ancestors. Like, I realized what paper that there's this inkjet paper that's translucent and it's adhesive. And that's what I had used to copy my mom's and dad's marriage license. And I had I can't find that shrine. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if I didn't give it to anybody. I have misplaced it. However, but the marriage license and then pictures of my mom and dad when they were younger and when they were older. And that was my shrine to them, my ancestral shrine to my parents. So a workshop where you're going to make these, and then you gather all your tools for your portable shrine, your sage, your sound bowl, your, whatever. And I said, yeah, because this needs to be a workshop. This needs to be a workshop.
That sounds
Because then you add your own personal. So that's why I'm searching for the flatter wallpaper that is not so textured and it glues very easily. So yeah, this is a workshop. So spirits to write down my workshops and what I need, and then how long I want it. It may be a weekend retreat. It may be because I may want you to. We may make take a dowel making course from painting the fabric to sewing it and decorating it, and then making it and doing extra painting and putting the sayings on. You may want to do that. You may want to, paint it a certain color, So yeah. So that's something that, that's going to be a part of it. And I'm going to add my onks and my copy along with my leather jewelry. Yeah. I got leather pieces that I said, yes, really.
No, don't, Mom Evelyn, you said you got leather pieces. I might,
Lord.
I might need to pop out with some leather. All right, no. Okay. Thank you for sharing that though. Yeah, that's amazing. That's another added addition to your business portfolio, your workshops. So you have multiple things. It's that's why it's good. A lot of business owners, a lot of millionaires, a lot of people with the money, they have a wide business portfolio, an expansive. I like that word from yesterday. That's yeah, an expansive business portfolio. So it's okay to kind of be a jack of all trades. It's okay. Because it helps. And this it's really all about analyzing that. It's really all about analyzing your business portfolio, which is going to take me to the next thing. I'm about to share the screen again. And I know I didn't mention Queen Aduni and Reverend Amani. I know y'all got a business portfolio too. I'm just moving along for a second. Okay. All right.
No
All
worries.
right.
I'm good. I'm listening.
All right, cool. All right, so your business portfolio, we said, was the collection of businesses and products that make up the company. And of course, you need to analyze that portfolio. So portfolio analysis is the process by which management evaluates the products and businesses that make up the company. Okay. Typo, we good though. We good. Y'all still left me. All right, cool. So this is important because we can't just be like, hey, I got all these businesses. Yeah, that's great. But like, how your business is doing? Like, which one is profiting more? Which one is the most investment put in? Like, do you know the details behind that? And it's okay starting off if we don't. I'm still figuring that out myself for my personal businesses. But over time, in order to have a really successful company, a successful business running, a successful business portfolio, you need to be able to analyze and manage those businesses so that you can really secure your assets. And that goes with, looking at those small wins and those big wins and seeing how it all connects. With our many different businesses, we may have, let's say we have 4 different services or products that we offer within our business portfolio. Within that business portfolio, some of those products might be something like we have to spend $100 every time we make this. So our profit margins, we only really make like $20 every time we sell this product. And maybe only one person buys it a year. Versus there may be another product or service where it's like, look, it takes me about 10 minutes to put this presentation together, and I get 100 people spending $10 every month. That's different. So it's like your investment was less for that one, and your actual return of investment is a lot bigger for that one. Does it mean that one is more important than the other? No, but you need to learn how to leverage it. You're not going to make a whole bunch of products that cost you $100 and only one person buys each year. You might make 1 or 2 of those and focus your ideas on something else. Are you losing? No, you're still winning. There's still a small win every time someone purchases, or gets a service from you. But it doesn't mean that you have to put all of your energy into that particular service. So you have to be able to analyze that. So what I want to do is work on something called the Boston Consulting Group approach, and they have a growth share matrix. I'm going to explain that in a second, but before I do this, we have to know what SBUs are. So SBUs stand for Strategic Business Units, which I'm gonna do this here, just so you know. Strategic Business Unit. SBUs are Strategic Business Units. Okay, and these are a company, division, a product line, or even a single product or brand. So single product or brand, division of your business, a product line, etc. That's basically what we're talking about. We're just saying a different businesses, little businesses, but these are called SBUs, strategic business units. Okay, so keep SBUs in mind. All right, so we're gonna move forward. All right, we got a star, a cash cow, a question mark, and a dog. Seems random, but I promise you it's not as random as it seems. All right, so let me get some arrows going on here so I can move them around. All right, so we are looking at what's called, I'm gonna copy this and bring it down. I love the real-time stuff works for me personally because it's more fun. Okay, so we are doing the growth share matrix. Yeah, the growth share matrix. That's what this is. Boom. All right. I really wish, I think my new, what's it called? My new mouse came in the mail last night. I need to use it. I need to open it up because it'll make my life easier. All right. We'll work with that for now. All right, so the growth share matrix is a portfolio planning method that evaluates a company's SBUs, strategic business units, in terms of market growth rate, relative market share. Okay, so we're going to get into which each one of these are. So let's talk about the star. All right, so what is this star? Well, the star, we're going to bring this to about a 20. Okay. So the star is high growth, high share. High growth, high share. All right. So what does that mean? They need heavy investments to finance their rapid growth. Eventually, their growth will slow down and they will turn into cash cows, which we'll get in a second. But that's high growth, high share. So you have to invest quite a bit just to make that profitable for you. Okay. So that's something, it's a superstar. It's a little bougie. You gotta do a little much. You gotta do a lot. You gotta do a lot of it. All right. But then you have your cash cows. And your cash cows are low growth, high share. Okay, so low growth, high share businesses or products. These are established and successful SBUs, strategic business units, that need less investment to hold their market share. Thus, they produce a lot of the cash that the company uses to pay its bills and support other SBUs, strategic business units that need investment. All right. So this is the cash cow is kind of like, that's the one you could depend on. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't cost you much. That's when I was mentioning earlier. Let's say you had a webinar that you charge $10 for, 100 people come every month. You don't really, it only takes you a couple hours to build it up and another hour to put on the webinar. Now you have something that's bringing consistent revenue without you having to put a lot of effort in. That's a cash cow. Okay. And I'm excited about that because I didn't know what a cash cow was until I read this. Like I heard people say it, but I'm like, what's a cash cow? I don't even eat cows. But it's good.
The cash one.
Right. I cash cow though. Maybe we could start a farm or something. I don't know. All right. I mean, we can start a farm of cash cows. So I'm actually knowing what it is. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, now we have our question mark. Okay, so question marks are low share, high growth. Okay. So high growth, low share. Hold on, I can type. I know I can type. I can do this. All right. Low share, I'm sorry, and high growth. Okay, so these require a lot of cash to hold their share, let alone to increase it. Management has to think about which question marks it should try to build into stars and which should be phased out. Okay, so these, just like stars, require a lot of money. But unlike stars, they don't have a big return of investment. So this might be something that you're like, I'm doing this, but is it really worth it? Is this particular service really worth doing it? I don't even like doing it. It takes me too much money to put into it, too much time, and nobody's really biting at it.
Yeah.
It's not to say that that's a bad idea in general. Sometimes it's just not the right time, not the right place. So that might be something you want to either you're going to put the extra effort into making it a star, or you're going to just let it go. And remember, the star was high growth, high share, meaning they do need the heavy investment, but they rapidly grow. So basically, when you have a question mark, when you have a product or service, you're not quite sure, it's not really doing what it's supposed to do, you can either continue to put a whole lot of investment in it so that it starts growing rapidly, or you just say, you know what, I'm going to sit this down for a little while. This is kind of questionable. It might not be good for my portfolio at the moment. But it's not to say that it's not something you can come back to later. All right. And then last but not least, we have the dog. It's so cute. I think it's a golden retriever. That's what it looked like. I don't know. I just picked a random dog. That one is low growth, low share. Okay. So, they may generate enough cash to maintain themselves, but do not promise to be large sources of cash. Okay. So those are like, it's sustaining. It's self-sustaining. It works. It's there. You're not really profiting off of it. You're not really getting much of a return in investment off of it, but it's able to manage itself. It keeps going. That's kind of like when people offer, I would say it's kind of similar to when people offer free things. They're like, here's my free webinar, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really like, you're not really bringing in money directly from that. Now you might get some leads for other services from that, but you know, it's something it helps to keep the company rolling, but it doesn't actually bring in any money. So that's what a dog is. That's what the dog is. So we have stars, cash cows, question marks, and dogs. All right. So clearly your most favorite ones are going to be your stars, your cat. Well, cash cow is probably what you really, really, really want, but the stars, the cash cows, and the dogs. The question mark is not necessarily a bad thing. That's not a goal point, but that is a great starting point. If you're like, hey, this might cost a lot more than I'm expecting, but I definitely could see it growing into a star. And eventually, somehow, if I can get the right demand for this product or this service, I can learn how to be more efficient, and I can put in less investment in the future, and I still have a lot of people coming and participating and using the service or product. All right, so why is this important, and what does this have to do with our small wins? Well, everything in your business, in your nonprofit, in your hobby that you're trying to expand, you have to have these small wins, and you have to be able to assess them in your growth. Okay, so you want to be able to see like, hey, right now I'm investing a lot of time into this, but later you might be like, you know what, I don't even have to invest anymore, like too much more time into this, because it's doing so well on its own right now. And either whether it's doing well on its own and it's bringing me a lot of money, or it's doing well on its own and it's sustaining and I don't have to worry about it. Those are some bigger wins that happen, but you have to have those small ones first. You have to put that initial investment in and then allow yourself to be patient and grow throughout. So that's what that is the approach to your growth as a business. You're looking at your stars, your cash cows, and your question marks, and your dogs. So once you have classified your businesses, your business units, your strategic business units, your SBUs, then you can decide whether you want to invest to build its share, or you can invest just enough to hold it where it's at, to keep it at the dog level, or you can harvest it, milking the cash flow regardless of the long-term effect, or you can divest by selling it or phasing it out and putting your resources elsewhere. So you can either build it, hold it, harvest it, or phase it out, divest. Okay, so that's when we're thinking about. My computer is about to die. Please don't die on me. Please don't die. Hold on a second. I'm almost done. It is 7:56. I mean 8:56. Hold on. All right. So when we're talking about our passions and our purpose, businesses, everything else, we still have to look at those small wins as potential for big wins, and understand and analyze where we're at and be honest with ourselves about it. So with that being said, I wanted to end this off though with the importance of faith, because sometimes we can jump ship when we have those question marks. We can jump ship. We're like not sure. We don't want to be patient. We only see the small wins. We only see the small changes, and we're like, I don't know what to do anymore. Trust me, that was me. And sometimes it still is me, but right now it's not me, because that's not who I'm being. Okay. All right. I wanted to just read this last thing from this passage in this Buddhist book. Same page as what I was talking about the greater achievements. But this is the 5,000 arrogant persons symbolize fundamental ignorance. So there is a scene in the Expedient Means chapter where 5,000 arrogant people rose from their seats and leave the assembly. This group, monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen, exits just before Shakyamuni reveals the one great reason for his appearance in the world. Their arrogance causes them to doubt the Buddha's teaching and fail to recognize their own error. Shakyamuni does not attempt to prevent their departure, but continues his discourse. In the record of the orally transmitted teachings, that Shonen states, these 5,000 arrogant persons are the 5 types of abiding earthly desires that are always a part of our makeup. And the 5,000 arrogant persons are in fact nothing other than the Lotus Sutra. The 5,000 arrogant persons are the 5 elements of which we are made. The 5 elements themselves are Myoho Renge Kyo. Again, the 5,000 arrogant persons represent fundamental darkness or ignorance. The focus here is that the 5,000 arrogant persons represent the earthly desires and fundamental ignorance in our lives. What is the difference between those who left the assembly and those who stayed to hear Shakyamuni preach the law? It is the difference between faith and lack of faith. Ultimately, it is a question of whether one can maintain unshakable faith in the greatness of the mystic law and the supremely noble state of Buddhahood within one's life. In that sense, faith is a struggle against the fundamental ignorance characterized by the inability to believe fully that the highest potential of Buddhahood exists in our own and others' lives. And to tap that into what we were talking about, we're talking about this process of going from our small wins to bigger wins. We talk about analyzing our portfolios, analyzing our business, analyzing what we have to provide, our services, our skill sets, really looking at that and seeing how can we make this a return of investment? How can we make this sustainable and that we can use in our businesses and everything else, but we cannot give up just because it's a small win. We cannot give up because there's a question mark. It's a lot. We're putting a lot into it and not really getting much out yet. We can still turn them into stars. We can still turn them into cash cows. We can still make it sustainable. This is still something, but don't be so quick to jump ship. Have faith that those small wins are going to bring you to your big wins, and your great achievements are an extension of the smaller ones. And that's it for today. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Those small wins are super important. That's your everyday, things that you accumulate and you get these little wins, boom, 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 boom. Like you said, then they add up to the big one, because you must have the little ones, the small ones, to get to the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, the big one, without the small ones create your foundation. I know that. I mean, because the big win in my life was getting a building, 90,000 square feet, and having the man put it in my hand, the keys, and tell his staff to give me whatever I want. But because I didn't have, I had small wins of life, but this was something that hit my face that I had to say, the opportunity. Will you want this building? What are you going to do? Oh, let me seek God. And then everything downloads into me, and then I'm ready. Okay, but the foundation just wasn't out. And it was so fast. That's another thing. It was so fast. And honestly, it was not that I was ready to the foundation was that only the building was lacking. One thing, when only the building is lacking and God gives you the building, now everybody's ready to go in. It wasn't like that. My vision was there, but there an opportunity and the blessing, but all them people who were going to go with me, nobody had no money. So that foundation was not set. It wasn't set. So you must have the small wins that build, because that's where you're learning. I do not subscribe to failure. I do subscribe to what I learned from that. Because there's every day you're doing something new and something different and something beneficial or not. And the beneficial would be that what did you learn from this? And something good came out of that. It may not have been that you made money or you you met, and it might be that you met the right person, or you experienced something that you didn't even know exist. Those are the small wins. But all of that adds up. That thing that I did 20 days ago or months ago, I can see when it shows up here. I remember going to Lolly's class. I remember that thing that she showed me. It didn't work for me right then. I wasn't ready for it, but bam, here it is right now. Oh yeah, the small wins. Yeah. But you know, like I was saying, those small wins lead up to the big one. And then you have a lot of small wins, big, like that. So that's what I've experienced in my life in the businesses. Yeah. In my dreams. Grand Rising, Joy.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Hey, yeah, so that's good. Next year I'm ready for the big one. I'm getting my building next year. We only have so many days now, so I can in 2024. But yeah. And just those small wins. This Elizabeth is this is a big win right here. This is a big win. Elizabeth, Grand Rising Elizabeth is a big win. It's been going since May. Actually, the last weekend in April, we did the pilot. Mommy Evelyn, you've been with me. You were there then, right?
No, I didn't come in till, oh no, maybe a month later.
Okay.
Maybe that, because it was in June, I think, because I waited until RJ went to school. And yeah, so, and then been here ever since. So
yeah. So that's, to me, that's a big win.
Yeah.
And it has,
it is for me.
it hasn't cost things, so we don't have to, it sustained itself financially because we haven't really dealt in that arena. But the power of it are people we needed to meet. And I have, from many guests that have come on, I have followed up and used their service. So, yeah. I'm through.
Was there something you were going to talk to us about today?
Yeah. Are you complete, sweetie?
Oh, yes, I'm complete.
I am complete.
You know, marketing gets heavy. I don't know.
Go deep.
We want to end it there.
Yeah. I wanted to share about
investigation. I think the 10.3 form is a very important piece.
about the future. And it's a prediction. And what I follow, some of the things that I follow as far as what's happening in the world, lines up with what this brother is saying. And I just want to share that because know it or not, accept it or not, it's happening. We're changing. Things are changing in this world. And not only like the stores moving over here or that, we talking about on all levels of life. So I just wanted to share this particular prediction and do as you will with it. But I think this is important information I got last night. My information was read this now. And so, whoa. So it is happening. And 2024 is what? A few weeks down the road?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the more we know and the more we situate ourselves, I'm gonna tell you now, it's not going to be about it's not going to be about my company or just my family or just what I'm passionate about. This is really when passion needs to step in. Because life is changing spiritually, financially. Financially, it's a big change coming on. Spiritually, it's going to take that in order for us to do what we need to do to help our people and to help this world. And I just want to share this with you, and you can share maybe things that you've heard. It's about I think it's about 25 minutes or something. All right. And have you all, okay, let me get this through. Have you heard of, have you guys heard of Billy Carson? That's not who I'm playing. Oh, Rev, you will. I'm going to send you a link. I'll put a link in there in the chat, but okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to the.
Oh.
Okay, so this guy is his show is called Infinite Waters. Baby, did you give me the power rack? Did you release yourself? Don't fight the feeling, release yourself. All right, here we go. No, it's not.
Did you get it or no?
Yeah, I
You
got
good?
it.
Okay.
Does he look familiar at all?
No.
Okay. It's not a requirement. Oh.
Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we're out here.
I know who he is.
Can you see him? Yeah,
Yeah.
can see him. Can you can hear him good?
I
I
I
usually see the people over here.
I listen to him.
Okay, baby. Here we go.
In the heart of nature, and there's no place I'd rather be, say it with me, deep divers, than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. I hope you're taking care of yourself, deep divers. Look, 2024 predictions. Prepare now. I said 2024 predictions. Prepare now. I said 2024 predictions, prepare now. In 2019, I made a video called 2019 Predictions, and I told you that in 2020, there would be a huge pandemic. And people said, gosh, Ralph, you must be like a prophet because you predicted exactly what happened. Well, I'm here to give you another video about 2024, what you can expect in 2024. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. Now, there is the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. We got a whole lot to talk about. I want everyone to smash that like button right now if you support The Real. Smash that like button right now if you support The Real Deep Divers. Share this video, subscribe, because everyone needs to hear this. Are you ready to dive deep into the 2024 predictions, deep divers?
We can
The
hear
cat
you.
down the road is? The butterflies over there are? Fantastic, let's go then. Let's breathe, deep divers. Oh, the air is so pure out here. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. Deep divers, look, there's no Wi-Fi out here, but I swear there's a better connection. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. The next few months will be the period of your greatest transformation yet. If you're ready to accept that, just say thank you. Now, 2024 predictions. Prepare now. You see, my grandma had a gift, deep divers, of clairvoyance, and that's where you have clear sight. I also have this same gift. I can foresee the future. I can see what's going to happen before it happens. And I'm here to get you ready, deep divers. I'm here not to make you afraid, but to remind you there is nothing to be afraid of when you are choosing love. Slow motion this side. But there is everything to be aware of, because humanity is at the dawn of the age of Aquarius, and the hidden is coming to light. And 2024 is going to bring a whole lot to humanity. Some good, some bad, and some darn right ugly. The cat down the road was like, oh my gosh, deep divers, you should have seen it. Now, let me tell you this. We are living in the greatest times ever in human history. Because 2024, what is going to happen is also up to you. You see, when I talk about what's going to happen in the future, we must remind ourselves the future is nothing more than a continuation of present moments. Are you ready to dive deep? Deep divers. I thought so. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So there is so much to talk about the 2024 predictions. Let's dive into it right away, deep divers. First and foremost,
this is my dad, Chuck Norris. They say he doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. What blows people's...
There was a Bulgarian clairvoyant mystic by the name of Baba Vanga, who was born in 1911. And she had this ability to predict the future, to foresee up and coming events. And a lot of her predictions actually turned out to be true. Okay, for example, she predicted 9/11. She talked about horrors, how the American brethren will fall and will be attacked by steel birds, okay, the hijacked planes. So she also predicted Barack Obama becoming the president, an African-American president. And for 2024, she predicted how there would be an assassination on President Putin of Russia, and also how Europe would have an increase of terrorist attacks. And she also said how in 2024, there will be a cure for cancer, on a positive note, right? So
Please mute yourself.
that's what she said. But deep divers, I'm going to give you my own, everything that came to me in my visions as a clairvoyant myself. 2024 predictions. Prepare now. Let me tell you this, deep divers, it came to me in a vision that there is going to be widespread mental breakdowns all across the world in 2024. A lot of people are going to go through an intense, major mental breakdown. Now, when I was seeing this in my vision, I'm like, okay, why? And the vision was showing me how the chickens are coming home to roost. 2024 is where humanity confronts its shadow. I wrote down many years ago, the human being is on the run from itself. 2024 is where we all have to face our unresolved issues, our inner demons. You can run, but you can't hide forever. A lot of people are going to have to sober up. Because, you see, up until this point, we've been living in a clout-driven world. Oh, what would you do for a Klondike bar? World star, people are going to do anything, right? Just for attention. Well, 2024 is going to show the effects of that. A lot of people are going to go into therapy. A lot of people are going to go through it, really go through it. It's going to be hard for a lot of people. Not everyone's going to make it. Prepare. But I also saw 2024 predictions, prepare now, that a new light is coming to planet Earth because a greater healing is about to take place. And this new light that is coming to the planet is a cry for the truth. You know, millions of people are waking up right now on the planet. Millions of people are demanding the truth. In 2024, that is going to increase even more. The awakening is going mainstream in 2024. The awareness level is going to increase in 2024. You know why? Because humanity is on its last straw. If we don't get our acts together in 2024, it's going to be over for humanity. 2024 predictions, deep divers, prepare now. I saw in my vision how celebrities, bigwig celebrities, celebrity dynasties, celebrity families are gonna crumble overnight. That's what I saw. And we're already seeing glimpses of it right now. You got people, you had Cassie and Diddy, right? She was saying, allegedly, she was abused and all of these things. But in 2024, you're gonna see how people that we have been told that they're better than us and they're more special, you're gonna see a lot of them collapse. Even families, like even with the royal family right now in the UK, you're seeing people come out writing books, Endgame, all of that stuff. You're gonna see more of that in 2024, how celebrities, especially a lot of big ones, a lot is gonna come out about them that was kept in the dark. And you're gonna say, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. Now in New York, you have the Adult Survivors Act, right? Where people can come back and bring up stuff from the past. And you're gonna see more of that in 2024. Victims speaking up about how they were abused in the music industry, entertainment industry, sports industry. You're gonna see even what's really been happening on the casting couch in Hollywood. You're gonna see more of that in 2024. 2024 predictions, deep divers, what came to me? First and foremost, like I told you, we are in times of great change. A lot of people see what's going on with Israel and Gaza and all of these things. In 2024, you are going to have a big war. That's what I saw, where America is going to be involved head on. And a lot of people are going to be called up to fight. And they're going to refuse. You are going to see a major conflict in 2024 involving other Western countries. And that's why I told you, deep divers, prepare now. Right now, you don't want to be afraid of what's coming. You want to be ready for what's coming. What? Slow motion this side. A lot of people aren't going to fight in that war. You know why? Because they're going to say, I just want to be like Ralph Smart and do a little samba, baby, in the heart of nature and raise the frequency. A lot of people, 2024 predictions are going to leave the concrete jungle. It's already happening right now. You're going to see a widespread exodus all around the world of people leaving these cities where it's polluted. People are going to go back to the old ways where we used to live in the heart of nature. You're going to see more people living off grid than ever before. I've already done it, and I'm going to do it even more in 2024, and a lot of other people are going to be doing it. You're going to see the rise of homeschooling like you've never seen it before. More information about how we've been lied to, more information about how we've been lied to is going to come out. How the educational system has kept us dumbed down, how the fluoride in our water has kept people programmed in this matrix. You're going to see more things coming out into the public domain about how humanity has been dumbed down. 2024 is the year where people see. The illusion shatter in 2024. I said the illusion shatter in 2024. 2024 predictions, deep divers, prepare now. You are going to see that governments are going to be turned on their head as the people, the citizens of the world revolt, screaming freedom. And you're going to see this all over the world. Like, you know, you saw riots in Paris and all of that stuff. You're going to see even more people rioting on the streets. And you're going to see like a power that the people have, because the power has always been with the people. And you're going to see more of this in 2024. A lot of governments all around the world are going to be shook. You're going to see leaders fall. 2024 predictions, prepare now. The first will be last and the last will be first. You're going to see an exchange of power.
A person goes to their doctor with symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, they can't lose weight, their hair is falling out. Doctor gets...
Who we thought had the power, no, they don't have the power. You're going to see a rise of the awareness that the power is with the people. And people are going to reclaim their power like you've never seen. You're going to see the empowered human 360 senses. They told you that you only have 5 senses. No, in 2024, you're going to see human beings do phenomenal things. A lot of people have been meditating. In 2024, you're going to see the butterfly because people have been in the cocoon. 2024 is where people come out of it. And you're going to see human beings do amazing things because they've been doing the inner work. And now it's time to reap the benefits. In 2024, if you've been doing the inner work, this is the year that you reap the benefits. Deep divers, 2024 predictions, prepare now. You're going to have more whistleblowers come out in the government. You had David Grush coming out in Congress in the US talking about UFOs. We've seen non-biologics. Oh my gosh. Well, that's minor. In 2024, you're really going to have a lot of people come out and say, you know what? We've never been alone. We've never, ever been alone. You're going to see proof and evidence of other life forms who are way more advanced than human beings. You're going to see this scientific evidence being presented to governments all around the world. And it's going to be in the public domain, mark my words. You're going to say, oh my gosh, what the bleep do we know? You're going to see how your entire life has been a lie. I said, you're going to see how your entire life has been a lie in 2024. 2024 predictions, deep divers, prepare now. You are going to see human and machine fuse together in 2024. It's already happened and it's already happening, but in 2024, it's going to be taken to the next degree. You're going to see a new app that's going to make TikTok look like, okay, whatever. This app is going to be so addictive to people, and it's going to be an app where it's going to be a part of you. You're going to see human beings fuse with technology. You're going to see human androids. You're going to see androids, you know, like when you call the bank deep divers, there's this automated voice. Well, everything is going to be automated. It's already happened with self-service machines in supermarkets. People are going to be jobless in 2024. A lot of people, that's why I told you, prepare now. Don't think the Matrix is going to take care of you. Don't you know the AI is coming to replace you in 2024? The Terminator is here, deep divers. I'll be back. You better wake up. You better wake up and get your ass to nature, raising the frequency. 2024 predictions, like I told you, the machine takeover is coming in 2024. Already a lot of people have been kicked out of their job and replaced with a self-service machine. In 2024, the fire is really going to be up your backside. And that's the reason why you got to prepare now. You want to remind yourself not to put all of your eggs in one basket, to say, you know what? I've got my humanity and it's more powerful than this artificial insanity. A lot of people are going to be plugged in the metaverse in 2024. Oh yeah. You seen the film Player One? You're going to see more of that. People with a VR headset, they're going to live in the VR. They're going to walk around with a headset. Not the phone, no. They're going to walk around with a headset, deep divers. 2024 predictions. COVID. Oh my gosh, that was 2020, right? Yeah, 2024, the inorganic ones have another one for you. But this one is going to be a bit different. This one is going to be even worse because it's going to be causing a split with everyone even more. And it's going to happen in 2024. I'm going to talk more about it. That's the vision that came to me. It's going to be a biological attack. A biological attack is going to hit the planet. Now, why am I telling you this? Because I want you to get ready. On the good side, and the good news is that a lot of people aren't going to fall for the okie doke. In 2024, there's going to be a resistance of people who live separately from other people just in the Matrix. You're going to have people who don't fall for it. You're going to have people who are so unplugged from the Matrix, they live in their own communities. It's all happening. It's already happening. But you're going to see more of that in 2024. 2024 predictions. Prepare now. You are going to see cyber attacks, internet shutting down, internet blackouts. Like they did the experiments, right, in 2021, 2022, 2023, where the internet would go off, Facebook would go down, Instagram would go down. People are panicking, looking a little bit shaky, baby. In 2024, they're going to do an experiment where the internet goes out for a week. Oh my gosh. Now that's a sad day because sad time because you can't see my videos, but deep divers, don't worry, I'm here with you. Prepare yourself to learn how to switch off your phone because you see, they're bringing you in the mainframe only to take you away from it. So if you're always addicted to your phone, what happens when TikTok goes down? You're going to be having mad withdrawal symptoms like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And that's why I told you, prepare now to go one day with your phone off and tell me if you make it. 2024 predictions, deep divers. Prepare now. You're going to see the return of the feminine energy like you've never seen. This is the good news. You see, for so long, humanity has been ruled by a patriarchy, a patriarchal society where the masculine energy has governed everything in this society. we need masculine energy. We also need feminine energy. Feminine energy is symbolic of nurturing, compassion, empathy, heart space. You're going to see more of that in 2024. The feminine energy has been suppressed. There's an imbalance on the planet, and that's the reason why the world is in chaos. Well, you're going to see many women and men bring back the feminine energy, because we have the masculine and the feminine energy inside of ourselves. Talking of women, they hold the Stargate. They bring life into this dimension. You're going to see more conscious women on the planet who are going to step into the role of the Divine Mother and take care of the children. That was a slow motion. You're going to see a lot of women say, you know what? I don't want a thirst trap. I don't want to be a thought on the IG. I want to share knowledge with the people. Oh my gosh. Then it's over, because people are going to listen. You're going to see more of that in 2024. You're going to see women using their beauty not just to entice men, but to enlighten men, to higher knowledge. Mark my words. 2024, deep divers. 2024, you're going to see a rise of conscious music. You're going to have more music that's really going to help your body, mind, and soul heal. You're going to have great singers and great artists who have a powerful message to share with humanity. That's what I saw. And in 2024, you are going to have to make the hardest choice of your life. You're going to have to choose between the real world or the artificial world. I'm choosing nature every single day, deep divers. And that's the reason why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello?
Hello.
Beautiful deep divers. Let's breathe. That was special. Let's go, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Hit that like button right now if you support the real deep divers. Share this video, subscribe. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe. Go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. Also, go and check out the latest new book, the Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts as well, deep divers, for men, women, children, even.
Thoughts, comments?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Scary, but excellent.
And like he said, get ready. And when he talked about our part as women,
Yes.
it's so in line with what we're all talking about. So in line with what these queens are doing all around. You know, the event that
Yeah.
had and stuff, you know, just that empowering of one another, because it is, I saw on video, there was where the woman put her hand, she had a chip, excuse me, she had the chip and she paid for her food. And said, oh my God, it's here already.
In her hand?
She had it, yeah, she took her hand and put it over the scan, on the same, well, it might have been different scan, but different machine, but yeah.
Wow.
It's already here.
Yeah. Sad that someone would do that to themselves without being aware of what that actually is. And that's very, very sad. But exactly like he said, we have to prepare for what is coming, because it's here. AI, self-checkout, the whole machine mentality of, I call it Terminator mentality. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
like what you said about the feminine too.
Yeah, Queen, could you share? Because I just see Galaxy. So I can change your name on here. The Queen, who was just speaking.
Oh, this is Ping Spells.
Ping!
Hi, Sheila. Hi, Queen. Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
I have the video
looks
up.
familiar, but it's a whole different setting.
I'm at work.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What
I'm
brought
enjoying
you on
it
today? Thank you.
Well, you always send me the links. I always get your invitations, and I just had the wonderful opportunity today to be able to pipe into what you have going on. I love what he said. I like this. Thank you.
Yeah, King is a dynamic entertainer, vocalist around the city, dynamic, and so thank you, and thank you for letting me know that what I sent.
It's me. I'm sorry. Absolutely.
Anyone else want to share? My goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'll share. One, it wasn't the first time I heard about the technology issue. Everything is going to shut down for a moment. Not the first time I heard that. I'm excited for it though because I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be outside, literally. Um, that's cool. But I also really like the woman thing. For me personally, like it resonated with me because as as I'm walking in my life, I find that I'm growing and maturing, and that I could easily fall into, like, oh, you're pretty, you could get all the guys and do this and blah blah blah. Like I could easily like use that energy in a low vibrational way. But then I also have been walking into and really coming into just the power of my femininity. And I've been able to help people grow and learn as well. And not saying that it's like my job to come to people's life and be like, I'm the get your life together fairy. I'm not saying that. I'm but I am saying that I can use, since people are attracted to my femininity, then I can utilize that to help people to grow without having to, do too much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited that, it appears that more women are gonna be walking into that power. And that is amazing. I can say that I wasn't sure if I wanted to hear the part where they're like, and the feminine energy is going to help to raise the children and all of that. And here's why. Because I've been trying to separate from my job and they will not let me go. So, so it's like, okay, well, let's see what this means for me because clearly I'm part of this movement for some reason right now. So, yeah, but that was very interesting. It was insightful. So, yeah.
Yeah, let me ask a question. When he said about the women, he talked about the men and he said with the women, what's going to happen with the women and the men are going to support and I was wondering, is it because we have male and female energy? Would it be that would be more heightened to support us in the sense, I didn't know if it was like male, female, because there's a lot of confusion about male and female in these days, the gay and all the it's and the theys and all that kind of stuff.
I think it was more with, rather than male, female, is masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Two different things.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting from that as well. Because and please correct me if I'm wrong, but the spirit of God flows in such a unique way. And so when we look at it more of like masculine and feminine, we can see how those energies work together to really push our movement forward, push our lives forward. So regardless of how it presents itself entirely physically, focusing on that energy, being like, you know, the masculine is going to support the feminine in this movement of raising the children, of raising the vibration. I think that is where we can be more centered and driven, moving forward, focused is what I'm trying to say. That's what we can be.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for straightening that out. Absolutely. Anyone else want to share?
Well, you know, I got a lot to say, but I don't know.
Go ahead. Say it.
Okay, so okay, so I get that a lot of stuff is going to be happening, but I don't subscribe a lot to doomsday.
Yeah.
That's not the world. I'm not living that.
Yeah.
And I really get that I am the captain of my ship and the master of my soul. I get that. I really get that there will be a separation of the matrix, whether you're going to be inside or outside the matrix. But I think a lot to do with how you think. Are you thinking from the illusionary world or from the reality of God is in control?
Yeah.
And I think that people are going to have to really, make that choice.
Yeah.
And like from what we read every week, there is a distinction between the illusionary world and the reality, the reality, heaven. Being in that state of mind. And I think that's what it's going to really come down to. Because if you think it from an illusionary world, you're going to get illusionary results. If you think it from what the reality is and how the world is set up, then you'll get those kind of results. So it's going to become ever present or very clear. You're going to have to be clear about whose team you on. Whose team you're on, how you go operate. And I think that's going to determine how it's going to be for you. As Buddhists, like on the altar, we have everything that represents life that's on the altar and nature, right? You have water, you bring the bell to clarify that, raise the vibration. You have greens, evergreens on your altar. You light the candle for light. You burn the incense for, the good smell. So what it's saying is that wherever life is, that's where we go be. Wherever there's life, thriving as a Buddhist, because 4, that's what we'll be, right? So that's the come when he's saying go to nature, right? I'm gonna be where nature is, because that's where life is gonna be, right? So you're gonna have to be in tune to that. And knowing that nature has access to it. So, I can hear some of what he's saying, and then I can also say, like, prepare myself, like in terms of how I'm thinking and who I'm in the world. So that's what I hear and what I'm saying.
Absolutely. After it was reminded me,
right? Because
what you were talking about the other day.
Yeah, the only thing I'm saying about that too, because see, I got spiritual powers and all that bullshit cannot come nigh me. I'll put a triple ring past knock and I'm out. That can't touch me, no. Right? And like the biological stuff and stuff they're gonna put in the air, that don't have nothing to do with me. Because where I'm standing and what I'm standing for. So I think that's gonna be the most important thing. So mind, are you toxic emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? That's what it's gonna come down to. That's what I heard.
Yep. I think I don't know what scripture or where that is, but they talk about that we will have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. I mean, it's the same. When COVID came out, we had to make a choice. Are you going to get the shot?
It's funny.
Or are you going to stand?
It's funny because COVID's been on the but
what'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Rev? Or whoever?
Well, a couple of people in my circle done had COVID, so we don't have to really look at that again. And if you any illness, you can break it down through numerology to tell you the vibration of that illness, right? And COVID really breaks down to, it's really, COVID represents long-standing emotional issues not dealt with.
Mm.
That's what COVID is.
Mhm.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
I will see if I can find it right quick.
Yeah, I remember you, that was our class, our session. And you broke that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Rev, I'm glad you brought that up because that was something that Sister Shashada,
Mhm.
one day we Sister Shashada called, we talked one, hold on a second. Ooh, hold on a second. Ooh, the truth come out. Sister Shashada broke down what COVID was as far as the metaphysical and the physical when she spoke to the similar where what Reverend is speaking about. She said it ain't what it is, you know, it's deeper than all of this physical level you know, vibration. But it's like reading understanding of what's, you know, going on in the body, you know.
Well, yeah, it's okay. So it's COVID is a viral infection, right? And if you just take the letter V, the letter V is a 22. It's a master number, right? And it the 22 represents the ability to build on a global scale, thus enabling a viral infection to go around the globe.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? It says when the word infection is reduced to a single digit, that digit is 5, which is about sudden and rapid change. The total for viral is 8 and can be broken down as it's dealing with letting go of emotional baggage and sentimental attachments, timely communication, and a willingness to compromise and interactions with others. First and foremost, virus deals with accepting personal responsibility, then points to weaknesses in your autoimmune system, difficulty with intimate relationships, both physically and emotionally, unfulfilled expectations, and a dash of martyrdom. It deals with difficulties with personal empowerment, authority, and finances. It also indicates anger, frustration, stubbornness, and over materialism. It usually represents an extrovert. However, in the negative interpretations, it represents introverted behaviors. All of these influences combine to create a pattern of behavior in which the individual has difficulty coping with the necessity of having to make daily life influencing decisions. It also indicates the need to let go mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and move on to new beginnings. A viral infection reveals unrealistic expectations based on anxieties associated with abandonment. This pattern prevents or obstructs the requirements to learn to let go of the past, embrace the future, and make visions into reality. Failure to do this leads to procrastination and stubbornness. This sends a signal to the universe that a force for change must be activated. And voila, a viral infection catches our attention and forces us to make decisions about foundational issues and the future. COVID was God saying, everybody take a time out. Everybody go home and sit your butt down.
Yep.
Listen to me.
Agreed.
That's what COVID was about. And everybody who went home and act like they had some sense, they did all right. If you tried to keep it moving, you didn't make it.
What they say? Go sit yourself down somewhere. Go sit down. Go sit yourself down somewhere.
Everybody got with everybody in timeout.
You know, it's funny
My
because
animals. Huh? Go ahead, Sheila.
no, I was just saying that Pam and I were just talking about the other day when that sit your butt down, stay home. We ate so good. We cooked every day, and as soon as they lifted a little bit, all that stuff,
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
you know, when all the restaurants opened up, it was back to normal, back to normal. But oh my God, we really enjoyed cooking every day, and having sandwich in the afternoon, and like when you were young, and we couldn't do stuff, and that's where that's when Phil and I wrote 8 songs during the COVID, because
Yes,
we could
I
not
wrote a
go
lot
out,
of songs during the COVID.
couldn't
Yeah.
go nowhere. I was his band.
I was actually working still during COVID at my job. I worked for the city of Detroit, but I was actually still working. But I wrote a lot of songs during COVID because a lot of messages came through to me as a songwriter, as a woman, and as a warrior. And I liked what Reverend Grace said. Oman Grace,
Honey.
thank you. I liked what you said about the vibration, the numbers, the numerology of it, and how we're working together to deal with issues. And now since COVID, there have been, I found, there's some give and take on it too. To me, a lot more arrogance, a lot more low patience have come since this virus has put the world on a timeout. A lot of what people's true natures have come out. You'll see a lot of kindness. You see a lot of love. Our circles, different circles. I call it my tribe of women and men who are, we're around a lot of artists, a lot of musicians. I am in my life, and that's what our circle. But it's just now people are trying to put kindness into effect more. There's a lot more messages on different platforms about be kind, have kindness, because there's a lot of impatience and a lot of anger and a lot of animosity out here. But those of us who are trying to offset that energy by being more kind and more patient with each other, I'm finding that to be true as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else want to share?
And just to piggyback on that, I definitely can see the mental health being a big issue.
Yeah.
I mean, that's major because, people are isolated and they have to deal with their own shit, and their own self, and people are not accustomed to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not at all. So I see that being,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So our job is big business. Our
What'd you
job
say?
is big business.
Yes.
That I never heard it, the Stargate, that, and I'm sure it's been said many times, that you must enter through us.
Yes.
Through us. And so that we prepare ourselves from, because we're feeding the baby our thoughts and what we do and all that kind of stuff, what we eat. We really have to think about that. And if you're not physically, I mean, I'm through. I had one and done. But yet we still have the mothering and able to pull that energy to work together. That was that same thing that NG was doing. She said, the young girl came to her, one of the teenagers who is now in mothering, and she said, we had the community to strengthen one another. She said, I'm having babies and I don't have anywhere for my children. I don't have that sense of community where I can go get answers and I can go get prayed for and I can go get strength and I can go learn how to prepare food and all of that stuff. And that's why she brought all of us together and had the elders to, to meet with the younger ones first and stuff, So it just means that we got to get more serious with the work and preparing us to help, to be able to take care of our family, and then ourselves first, our family, our household, our community, and then the world. So, whatever. And it's funny because I was going to this was not the video that I was going to play this today. That's the only one that kept showing up, no matter which one I hit. That's it. And then when I looked at the flyer, I could see, because I put 1, 2, 3, these things that the video was going to talk about, and this is what it was. So I surrendered to the Spirit of God and what we needed today. Lolly?
I was just gonna say,
I think that's good. That's gonna be one of the big things too. Can you?
Yeah, you're going in and out when you, yeah. Go ahead now. You're frozen now. Lolly, why don't you go on until she gets, are you back in, boo? There you go. Well, not yet.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Started, we didn't hear it. It was broken up.
Okay. Oh, the one thing I was saying, it's like, I think okay, so this is the age of Aquarius, right? It is the spiritual age. He talked about that. It's going to really come down to our relationship with God and our ability to hear and listen and follow. Right. And not so much doing my own thing. It's so funny. I did those 3 days of being quiet, and it seems like ever since then, like what I've been picking up to read, I just pick up books to read them. And the thing that I picked up today, early this morning, was God or the World. And it's like, and that's really what we're going to be choosing. We're going to choose God or the world. And the world is an illusion. The world is an illusion, and we don't get that. We actually think what we see in the world is real. It is not real. So we really are going to be choosing God or the world. And as we know from reading the Course in Miracles, it's not easy to choose God over the world. That's not easy. Because our whole everything is predicated on how we perceive things. And we don't really get that, everybody got a different perception.
Yeah.
But with God, it's only one. It's like, it's one love, right? It's one peace. It's not a whole bunch of loves. Right? It's just one love. It's just love. So
that's what the whole illusion is, Rab, the whole illusion of you think you have these things, It's almost like an imaginary, it's an imaginary space, actually, because what it is not. Crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking also, Rev, you were talking about that you're going out wherever you are now, and you're going further out in Pontiac, and we're just talking about the energy and the.
Can you tune in spiritually?
Troy,
and can you hold the line spiritually?
Yeah, and as the closer you get to Detroit, the thicker and it is. And I talked to Phil about, we have to get off the grid. We got to get off the grid. We'll come into the city and stuff, but we got to get off the grid to get clarity and remove all that busyness and stuff, so that we can really get in tune quicker than having to work through the noise and turn the TV off and the train driving by or all of that kind of stuff, to get into that time with God, time with ourselves, and hear what to do. It is 10:01, and it is time to be on the go. Any announcements today for the weekend?
No announcements, but I did want to say one quick thing.
Yes, baby.
One quick thing. I just wanted to mention, as far as like we talk about biological warfare, we also have to talk about, on the simplest of terms, of what that can look like in a daily if you know anything about neuropsychology, you know how the nerves work together. They build up new connections and networks every day. Everything you're taking in, everything you're consuming, whether that be food or whether that be online or your environments, that all has to do with the connection of your brain, the actual biological, neurological connections that are happening in your brain. So in a sense, if you want to think of it in more of like I guess, a bigger picture. Biological warfare can happen even without the biologics that people are typically thinking of. It doesn't have to be a little nanoparticle. It could be some information, some negative information or traumatic things or things that they feed you with, these algorithms that we are part of. The things that you're picking up, the things that you're putting in your body literally has an impact on the wiring of your brain, which impacts the wiring of your body. So it's just really important, especially as women, that we just are conscious of that, because we know that we nurture things, right? So what are we nurturing? And I think that's what I really was receiving from that, is what are we going to be nurturing over the next year? What is it, something that can actually push our community forward and allow us to keep pushing, keep moving, keep living, keep breathing, keep being well? Or is it something that's going to bring us to our detriment? So that's just what I received from that, and I just wanted to share that. I do have a fashion show tomorrow. It's a Boys and Girls Club based fashion show. My phone just died, so I don't have the address, but when I get the information, I'll send it to you. So yes.
You post it.
And make sure you cleanse after this today. We should probably cleanse after every session, but make sure you burn some Palo Santo and or sage after this session.
Okay, I do have sage over there. All right. Thank you so much again for everybody for coming. Ping, you took your thing off. You want to say something? Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, no, I just want to say I really enjoyed the community, the commune, and I really am going, please invite me again. I'd love to hear more. I'm going to go to the website as well. And thank you, the other sisters who are on board here, and all love, peace, and rock and roll.
I know, right? I want to share that we are on Monday through Friday.
Okay.
At the same time, 8 to 10, different subjects, and different guests come on, and I'm gonna bring you on as a guest. We're gonna talk about your life.
Right on. I love it.
Funk.
Unfortunately, I'm working from 8 to 4:30, but I can always. My job is very quiet, and I usually have no visitors, but sometimes I do, and so I can communicate and participate. I love this. Thank you, Sheila, for inviting me.
Every day, Monday through Friday. All
Right
right.
on.
Anyone else got something going on?
Who? Nope.
Anyone?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna be with Keisha out in
the senior citizen
Dearborn Heights.
Yeah.
At that senior community center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out there tomorrow.
And
if you got any kids or grandkids,
go ahead and finish, dear.
I said, if you got any kids or grandkids, Waldorf is having their annual holiday festival. So it's usually pretty good from 10 to 3.
Mama Head, you're not dancing somewhere?
In her house, in her neighborhood.
Yeah, Easter Market Sunday. I'm down there with Shion Designs and Stephen Ty's hat. So.
Oh, they're in town. Are they in town? Stephen Ty?
Yeah, no, they're not in town. Shion has been designated as their representative in Detroit while they're in Mexico. So she has their hats at her store and in Eastern Market. Shed 3. You just have to look for us because the places aren't marked. But so that's going on. So
what time is that?
10 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, I see. All right, give ourselves a big hug. Oh. Star, what you doing, Star?
Hug the world.
Hug the whole world.
whole world, everybody.
And then sprinkle all the good stuff all over the world, all the singers, all the dancers.
Absolutely. Goodbye, ladies.
Peace be unto you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you.